So I was thinking, while getting my my wee dram, that Northumberland, or rather, Northumberland, yeah, might be a little bit lonely without Cumberland. In my mind, they like, you know, they sort of go as a pair. Don't you think? Well, this is a claim for someone else? What? Oh, we don't actually have a claim on it. Ah, that's a problem. Duchy of Tara. And they're both in a different de jure duchy. I should have given the land away. Well, he's a bishop, though. This guy that's got a claim? Hang on. He's a court chaplain. He's not actually a bishop. He's possessed. That's good. He's got claims on everything. I don't think I want to actually support this guy, actually. Now that I think about it, I don't think I want to do that. But you know what I do want to do? I want to be the goddamn king of Ireland. I don't care if it's a good idea or a bad idea. We are going to end this video with me being the king of Ireland. Boom. Boom. Done. Don't care. All right. Offer vassalization. No. King Brian of Munster. He must be a petty king, though, yeah? Yeah. How come I can't even ask you? I can do vassalization here, but not here. King Brian. Let's break your shit. There's no king of Ireland save me. Don't you dare call yourself the king of Ireland. I mean, you got a stupid name. King Brian. Nah. No offense to any Brians who might be watching. It just doesn't sound like the kingliest of names. Some call me Brian. What is these rebels? I don't understand why they would... They're aggro to me. Are all rebels aggro? I don't know. Takes a long time for us to muster our army into Ireland. Ah. More distrust. I really would like you to sow distrust between the Duke and the ruler, but... Oh. Yes, adopt the Marshal's idea. That'd be very good. Oh, I'm terrible. And I'm old. Well, it's going to be time for Prince Mirthus Marmot to take over soon. This might be a good time for us to... Well, if we expel the Jews, they can probably never come back. I'm assuming. We could borrow 300 bucks from them and then expel them. We can never do the borrow money from them again. But I'm assuming that the diplomacy penalty doesn't come up for our sons. Googling expel the Jewry. There's a term that I don't necessarily want in my search. But there we have it. Okay, I Google it, and every page that it lists as does not actually tell me. Like, I want to know the mechanics. It's not actually described. That's awesome! I love it when there's no actual information about what they do. People are saying they come back? Okay. Let's take 300 bucks from them, and then, expel them. The guards around the Jewry up. They're forced to depart and yet another large exit and lands more friendly. They're allowed to keep many of their belongings, but you confiscate much of their gold. Hey, we got even more gold. We lost prestige. God, I'm such an ass. King Duncan got really mean in his old age. He's craven. He's cruel. Oh, well, he'll march into battle. Maybe he'll get injured and die. We can only hope. This is such an evil move. This is what the kingdom of Britannia is going to be. Then we're gonna get like England is gonna want to secede from Britannia. They'll have a vote. They'll have a referendum. That's what's gonna happen. I keep hitting W to try to combine the armies, but that's not the hotkey for it in this game. Do. Siege all the things, which you really don't have to do. Mostly just have to siege one thing. But we may as well keep it up. Ah! Duncan did nothing wrong. Now see, that's trolling. Duncan's a jerk. Right, like start to finish, I was like, look at these stats. 4, 4, 2, 5, 5. What? Look at his son. Like, that's the thing. As much as I was talking about Fireweaver, it's got, you know, some interesting stats. It's Prince Mirthless Marmot that has really decent stats, other than stewardship, but he can raise that. And his wife's pretty good, like very good, and is giving him a lot of a boost there, and his advisors are giving him even more. He's got an effective state intrigue of 33. He's fantastic. What? Oh, is it because he's an important character? That's weird. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not sieging Estonia. I don't know, I'm pretty bad at geography, but I didn't remember Ireland and Estonia being neighbors. Oh, this is the Lefroy Quarter Cask, which is a very nice sort of middle ground whiskey. Nice Islay whiskey. Not quite as peaty as an Ardbeg, but still pretty strong. A little bit more iodine-y. It's quite nice. It is my, like, standard sort of de facto choice. Since I can't, you know, we can't all buy Laguvulin 16 every time. You know, some people are dying. That's fine. Actually lost 1 tick of war score? How did that happen? It went from 71 to 70. I mean, now it's going up. Ah! The Duke of York and King Guy? Ooh. No, dude, no one fancies you. Have you looked at yourself? You're awful. Just don't. Oh, double descent. King Guy of England, who's a child. I suspect there'll be more rebellion. You're an ill child? Assassinating you would be like not even worth it. 241% plot power. Didn't I marry some of my heirs into the England bloodline at some point? Let's assassinate some more English kings. We're down there somewhere. We're probably in like the 23rd position. What can we actually go to war with him for, if anything? I can claim England for my wife. Which would mean my son would inherit it. What do you think, guys? I think it's time. How much can he actually bring up? He's not very well liked. He might not be able to activate that much. You can only activate 4,000 troops. What does our alliances look like? No allies whatsoever. How are we still sieging? War's over, dude. Those are my retinues. I have 700 bucks. Oh, this is fucking happening. Claim it for my wife. It should go to my son, who's, like, really my heir anyway. Just out of curiosity, Cecilia. Yeah, no. I claim England in the name of Queen Constance. Call in the allies. Raise the banners. Pull back a little. Or meet in, maybe meet in Galloway. It might be a little bit easier. Don't bother killing King Guy. If he dies, I think it would just end the war. Inconclusively. I don't want that to happen. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Almost certainly we should hire the White Company. Or whoever's at the top here. They are enemy. What? I just said they are enemies. Something's bugged out in the game. At least with the tooltips, if anything else. They're not our enemies. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Everyone meet up here for now. Actually, fuck it. Go straight into Cumberland. Yes! Answered my call to war. Ruthenia. Ruthenia can't help. Sweden question is the big one. Yes! Sweden! Oh! Holmgar is the king again. Scots and Swedes, man. Scots and Swedes. It's all you need in this world. Nice skill. Take that quick battle against a retinue. Take it out again. We're way overkilling it on the number of troops, actually. We're going to want to make sure we don't get bankrupt with our mercs, obviously. We're going to want to do some blanket sieging. Take the merc army. Move it over here. Actually, we really need to go and beat up people with the mercs. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll siege whatever we can. The mercs just go and kill everyone. You actually have no leader? That's very useful. So we'll just burn through their manpower and then dismiss them when we're running low on money. Have you created Ireland yet? Yes, I have created Ireland. Actually, before I launched this war, I probably should have checked for a few more people that would have been willing to accept my my lordship. They have a slight revolt going on. That's wonderful. How much do I actually need to siege here? 1,500 troops. Basically, every time they have little troops pop up, I'm just going to go and squash them with the mercenaries until it's time to disband the mercenaries. And actually, the mercenaries should be used to assault some holdings as well, since their manpower doesn't really matter so much. These are a little bit high. Ah, oh, that's a merc army, actually. Or, a rebel army. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to use these guys to, yeah, we're gonna have to use them to assault right away. because we're not going to have enough money to keep them around. They're just too expensive. Just rush this siege. We didn't quite have the 10-to-1 ratio, but it was pretty good, and they were having some morale damage already. Okay. Oh, Sweden, don't be stupid. Shit. That is not going to help, buddy. Okay, you still have good numbers. You're going to run into another big army over here, though. Okay, yeah, I won the little, like, delaying action. Where are you going to? Okay, good. Join up with me here, and then just follow me. Jeez. This is going to be a really, really, really hard war. And we got to win it before we keel over and die. And, of course, before there's more factions that start to spawn. You know what? I should really attack these guys before they group up with anyone else. Come on, stack wipe the army. Give me some prisoners. No prisoners? Really? I'm not that mean. I know, I still have to give away some territory. I might just spawn someone. Children. I'm just gonna spawn someone new. Oh, right, I can't do that for the lesser ones. Alright. Find someone who likes me the most. Oh, and actually has a high stewardship. And can convert things. You're not actually a bishop, though. Right? You don't actually have anything. Good. So you're not gonna turn this into a weird religious site. But maybe you can turn them Scottish, which would be nice. There we go. Handful more troops respawn. That's what I'm looking for. And we'll just sit around sort of sieging some stuff. I think we break siege to take that. We got to take those easy kills and keep the levies down. Probably could have broke things a little bit, but it didn't completely reset the siege. I really should have left a handful of people behind. I need 1,400 there, so... There we go. Gotta protect myself on the flanks here. Woo! +1 Marshal! You know what? I'm not gonna lead. I really have to just go home. If I hit resign, it means I won't lead anything. Well, if I just put someone else there. Am I back at home? I'm back at home. Okay. I do not want you dying on the field of battle and having this, like, reset the war or something stupid like that. I want England. Or rather, my wife wants England. No, it's not appropriate. Don't make a move on anyone. You filthy, dirty bastard. My grandson needs to be educated. We're going to educate him by Gilbert, who is just and kind and a gray eminence. Or actually, I'm going to have my son educate him, because he's got great stats. And then when I become my son, I'll start making the decision for it as well. All of these guys to Bedford? No, they're going to Oxford. Where there is an army there, but not enough of one. And again, we caught that retinue. Oh my god, Sweden. Okay, we stopped you before you actually lost that battle. 45% war score. Guys. You know, those random marriages. On a whim, let's marry my son off to the Princess of England. I don't really know succession laws. You know, but maybe that something will come up. Guys. We want a siege? We may as well keep sieging out that place. Not getting much war score from these little things, but it keeps the levies down, makes sure they can't combine, makes sure they can't unsiege things and force me to do stuff. Wow. People actually know the difference between England, UK, and Great Britain. Well, I do. Great Britain is the island. The United Kingdom is actually like a very complicated thing because of all sorts of extra holdings, but it's generally considered to be England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Anyone living there can be considered British because they live in the British Isles. Although, anyone living in Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales probably does not want to be called British. Technically true, but that doesn't mean you should use the word. Because of reasons. So yeah. I know the difference. I watch CGP Grey. That's how I know the difference. Oh, that's a rebel army, though. I don't need to mess with them. Although it's occupied by... Oh, by the revolts. Okay. Boop. Gaining prestige. Get a little bit of technology. No war score differences from those battles. But it does... There's not a war enthusiasm or war exhaustion score in this, like in EU4, but it does work. Princess Burnisher is a gray eminence. I'm getting like a full generation of gray eminences. That huge diplomacy boost. I mean, not as good as Marshall, but who really cares, really? Everything else is fantastic. Alright, I am going to pull back, not that way, to Warwick, and start sieging. I'm just going to keep the two armies next to one another and just, like, siege a bunch of things simultaneously. British is fine. Welshmen, Scots, and the Irish don't want to be called English. Yeah, definitely. But even... I know that even British, though, people will say things. Sometimes. More distrust. Oh, see, they're actually going to be able to unsiege that, so I guess I got to go and clear that out. But I'd start to get a bit more war score if I were sieging more things. The other thing I can check to see is if there's any more troops that might have become available. Yeah, a handful more. What? Here, the military of your realm was more dependent on the efforts of Jewish men than previously thought. Since the expulsion of the Jewry, several important administrative posts remain vacant, and there simply aren't enough qualified men to fill them. Must I do everything myself? Lose 50 military points. Son of a bitch. Who would have thought that being mean to Jewish people would be a really, really, really bad idea, and you should never, ever do it? Certainly, in this time period, no one would have thought about it. Donata, the maid of Moray. My lord, there are strange tidings from the province of Moray. Sorry. As our country suffers under the strain of war, a young woman has come forward and declared that the Lord has spoken to her and instructed her to deliver us from the enemies of our land. She wears armor. This is like a Joan of Arc type person. Is this a person from history? The maid of Moray. I don't know. She wears armor, wields a sword, and rides with soldiers. Her name is Donata, and she's said to be approaching your court at this very moment to offer her services to you as leader in the war. Surely it's an absurd notion that a young peasant woman should take on the role of marshal or general in the king's armies? Let us receive her and see what she can do for us. Donata, the maid of Moray, has arrived in the court of King Duncan II of Scotland. Marshal? Holy fuck! You can lead my army anytime you want. I'm just gonna have to wait until these guys stop moving for a second. Holy crap. 100% relationship. Loyal servant, plus 100. She's like, I mean, I keep making these Game of Thrones references, but she's like, what's that woman warrior called? Joan of Arc event. Holy shitballs. She's amazing! This army, look at this, like, yeah, 33, 20, 15 is this army here. Might need a bit of a rebalance. Yeah, I like that. And then more strong people on the flank. Actually, might be fine. Break the flanks faster. Holy crap. Brienne! Yes, thank you. Marry her. Maybe. She's lowborn. How could you... Yeah, brave, chaste... Oh, chaste. And celibate. She's celibate. You guys. She's celibate. There's a joke that goes, a priest, like a really devout priest, you know, he's been like a good, proper... man of the cloth his entire life. He dies, and of course he goes to heaven. And when he gets to heaven, you know, St. Peter meets him at the gate. He says, you know, what would you like to do in heaven? You can do anything you want. How do you want to spend your time? He says, well, I've always wanted to read all the holy books in their original language. And let me disband you. Yeah, I know some of you are gonna go away, but that's okay. And he says, done. You know, you can do it. So he spends, you know, what seems like you know, an eternity, decades, centuries. We don't know. It's, you know, how does time flow in heaven? And studying the books in their original language. And then finally, one day he comes out of the library and he's just crying. And St. Peter says, what's wrong? What happened? It says celebrate. It's celebrate. Yeah, I think it's funny. But then I grew up Catholic, so. Priest jokes. Where's everyone running to? Westmoreland, which is over here. Excellent. Alright, gotta keep chasing these guys down. Hey, war score, 69. Margaret, no, Margaret does not fancy you, old freak. Okay, we gotta win this war soon, though. Ooh, Donata, the nobles react. I've never seen this event chain before. My king, the lords of the realm complain. They think it most unfitting and strange that a young maid of low birth is allowed such a prominent position when there are noble lords aplenty who are much more well-prepared and competent to lead your armies. How old is she again? 17. Might have been 16 when she joined. Some of them are asking if you're doing this deliberately to insult them. There's the issue of her claiming to be personally sent by God. It sounds rather heretical. Let them moan, I am the king. Many lords of the realm will be angry with the king. Or very well, I should put her on trial for heresy. We need a vote. It's a very rare Sons of Abraham event. I mean, I know what I want to say, but you pull. 1, 2, open. Number 1 is let them moan, I'm the king. We're going to let Donata, like, kick the fuck out of everyone. Or we shall put her on trial for heresy. I'm pretty sure, like, well, I know what I want to do. And overwhelmingly, everyone agrees with them. Everyone's saying, 1, let them moan, I am the king. And I am the king, goddammit. Hopefully, this does not backfire with, you know, our plans to take over England. Kind of want to do just a little quick save. Make sure we don't have a weird crash or anything right now while things are going relatively well. Although I have to say, at this point, you know, Crusader Kings is pretty stable. 72% war score. Alright, one's definitely one. Let me close that poll. Since I already took the option, but people are still spamming it in chat. Just because of chat delay. Another siege 1. Oh, there's more stuff to siege here, so we're going to keep going. Bit of an army there, but it's a rebel army. Oh my god, Sweden! Donata and the king. One evening at court, Donata approaches you and asks to speak with you in private. You agree, and the both of you sit down for a talk in your chambers. Donata speaks to you of her visions of Christ and her quest to save the country from the enemy. Well, technically, it's not our country that needs the saving, but you know. She speaks with passion, her simple honesty and forceful zeal both coming across as she looks you in the eyes. She declares her fierce loyalty and love for you as the chosen king. You are quite impressed by her passion, intelligence, and sincerity. Thank you for coming to see me, Donata. My dearest Donata, you are truly sent by God. So, I guess this is the neutral response. Truly sent by God, I get 30 piety, and I become zealous. Or, we both know you are a power-hungry imposter. Gain prestige, she would lose prestige. No, we're gonna go for the, we're on her side. We've decided. Gain piety, and I'm gonna become zealous. +2 martial, bonus church opinion. Zeal. Donata looks at you with tears of joyous fervor in her eyes. My lord, you are the highest and also the wisest man in the realm. You goddamn right I am. God shall guide you through me, and the people shall be saved. With the sword of righteousness in my hand, guided by your wisdom and the will of God, we will be victorious. So it shall be. Poor Swedish people. They keep landing with, like, no one, and then they get slaughtered. I think these guys are going to go and try to de-siege. Nope, they're going to try to kill the Swedes again. Awesome. Take this army. See if we can help the Swedes. Oh, we got there in time. Oh, and they're going to go and fight over here. Well, good for you. Right next to the monster stack, and you have no morale going into it. They're very enthusiastic, these Swedes. I will give them that. There we go. That helps a little bit. 75 war score. We peace out yet? Oh, it's just a flesh wound. So my king dies and invalidates all this. There we go. Full siege done. 81%. Oh, really? Not enough people there? That's amazing. Well, we can go clear out that siege now. Klondike, I have read, I think the first 2 books, as well as watched the show. I am not completely caught up in the books. Donata and the common folks. The entire country is boiling with rumors and gossip of Donata, the humble country girl who rose to become a trusted servant of the king. Hope of defeating the realm's enemies is blossoming, and peasants everywhere are celebrating this fantastic tale of a virgin savior from the humblest ranks of society. She's truly a legend in her own time. King Duncan the Great. Am I the Great? I am the Great! King Duncan the Great gets the entire realm is gripped by religious fervor and an unquestioning belief in the ruler's divine mandate. -5% national revolt risk. Well, alright, that's fine, I guess. Wasn't really getting much of a revolt risk, I think, but it's probably a good idea anyway. Especially in such a long war. Oh, I love this event chain. Peace? Not peace. Probably finish the siege. Actually, let's go and follow this army into York. I mean, the first thing you take is always the county barony, which is always, like, the most damaging. It's hard to feel proud when one has nothing to be proud of. Oh, I'm going to lose proud. Well, that's okay. We'll be okay without it. Pride goeth before the fall. Oh no, we're about to fall! I don't think that's what it means. Alright, Sweden's going to land something here. Right there. Okay. Well, I mean, Sweden is helping provide distractions and stuff. 90% war score. It's just a flesh wound. You're the worst great there is. Well, I'm pretty evil. Donata requests an audience. Again? It's come before you asking to speak to you at the council. She says that the military establishment seems trapped in old doctrines and that the commanders would benefit from more offensive thinking, as well as more religious schooling, of course. There's grumbling from some of the assembled nobles at her speech. Thank you, Donata. That's a good idea. Gain 30 piety, 50 military technology, and many in the lords in the realm would become angry with King Duncan. Yeah, let's... What do my vassals think right now? There's a lot of penalty from the raised levies. They are starting to get cranky about that. But right now, I'm not seeing any specific events related to what happened before. When I need your advice, I'll ask for it. I'll gain prestige and she'll lose prestige, or I've had enough of this insolence, arrest her. Do we still support her, you guys? Let me start a new poll. New poll. 1, 2, or 3. Open that up. So vote in the new poll to see if we still support her at this point. I think we should. There's a risk of rebellion, of course. But I kind of want to see this through to the end. It's a democratic day, so we're doing a lot of polling here. Wow, 93% for 1. Okay. Thank you, Donalda. That's a good idea. Okay, now if I go back and check my vassals. Oops, pause. Liege's Cruel, Liege's Craven. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be an event at the end that spawns a rebellion or something? Because right now, there are no negative modifiers going on. %. Just give up already. God damn it. This goddamn kid. I'm going to die of old age before we win this war. You just wait and see. Gilbert for Scotland faction. Okay, that's a good sign. They like me and they're still doing factions. She's going to backstab us at some point. She's celibate. They're not as a Cylon. Oh no! Earl Duff has inherited the county of Galloway. Alright. Means he's getting a bit of land, but that's okay. I'm losing, but I won't give up yet. Get 95%, 94% war score. You have no military. I want a spy master who actually likes me a little bit. I guess he likes me a little bit. I want you to scheme here and protect me for now. Do not on the church. Your court chaplain Colbin approaches you one morning for a candid conversation. My lord, there is much displeasure among the clergy at the elevation of this young woman, Donata. The things she says are considered heretical by some in the Holy Church, and others frankly see their position threatened by one of such low birth and meager schooling gaining so much prestige. I would advise you to consider whether it's worth protecting this young lass at so great a potential cost. Well, people seem... Oh, 100% war score. People seem to be very much in favor of continuing to do it, so... So please remind these clergymen who is king, and very well, we will put her on trial and see if she's a heretic. Dude, have you seen her stats? I'm gonna keep going. I mean, the trial might be really fun and interesting too. But no, I'm the goddamn king. You listen to me. Enforce demands. Yes? Queen Constance of England, married to King Duncan II the Great of Scotland. And they both have exactly the same heir. Prince Mirthless Marmot of Scotland. Well, I think it's time we put down this rebellion. What do you think? How come I can still siege this territory? Actually makes no sense. My dear husband, we request that you honor our obligation and call to arms against Richard of English revolt. I would love to help you fight this rebellion, my dear. Nothing would please me more in the world. go and unify our troops over here. Kill your wife. I don't need to kill my wife. We've got the same heir. All we got to do is wait for everyone to die. They're both old. They're 59, 58. I mean, old for the time, especially. They can't possibly have much left in the bag. There's no reason to kill anyone and get, like, crazy penalty stats and things like that. It would be silly. Alright, now Sweden's got finally enough troops over here to really be helpful. Although, I may have to dismiss my vassal levies soon, because they are getting pretty cranky at being raised up so long. Oh, it's my grandson. I'm like, how can I kill Mirthless Marmot? My grandson. I love how the names automatically get reused like that, though. Victory. Oh, right, I have prisoners. Hang on, we'll take a look at you guys in a second. Follow you over there. Oh, she actually is not in a bad mood at all. I'll ransom her. Actually, I can't release? Release. I don't get a perk. Oh, because it's not mine. Yeah, I'll just ransom her for 10. It's fine. No, Margaret doesn't fancy you. You're an old freak. You're welcome from me ransoming that person. Oh, stop sowing distrust! Wait. Stop it. In fact, it might be a good idea for you to... How's the Duke here? The Duca says. Yeah, he doesn't like me very much. Anyway. Go and improve relations with the Duke of Argyle. Or the Duke of the Isles, actually, is what it is. Love daughter burnishes... Oh, she's not married. I will find her someone nice. Absolutely. Who wants to marry her? I don't suppose we can get a cool matrilinear thing. Well, we can, actually. Lots of princes of Norway. I think that's probably the thing to do, actually. Aquitaine. That's interesting, because Aquitaine... I can't zoom out anymore. Is pretty significant. It could put us in a weird position between France. Do we still have a relationship with France? No. Screw France! Who cares about France? We're going to marry the Prince of Aquitaine. Ooh. The Basilius of the Byzantine Empire. Oh, no, but that wasn't matrilinear. Lothair, Prince of Aquitaine, who is a hunchback. Well, hopefully they'll still make babies or something and get us some claims. We'll see what happens. Okay, white peace on the rebellion. We're still fighting stuff. I don't know why these armies are still fighting. It's really weird. Sure. I probably won't contribute. What am I sieging? Like, this keeps happening. It's like it doesn't exit the war against England for some reason. It keeps things flagged as aggressive. Even though it's clearly not. The influence of Donata. These are unusual times. Donata's influence is felt all around, wherever you go. There's a surge in religiosity among the commoners, who see her as a national savior and almost Christ-like figure. Among the nobles, many are charmed by her pious innocence and energetic zeal, in spite of most of them also viewing her as a dangerous upstart. Meanwhile, the clergy is divided, some seeing her as a heretic and others as a saint. We should all try to be more like her, gain piety. I dislike fanatics, but I will suffer her from now. I get a chance to get cynical. No. We should all be more like her. I'm a crusader. I'm a pilgrim. I've been, relatively religious. Now I'm zealous about it, so let's keep role-playing that. That's fine. I feel like there's some sort of weird war glitch going on. After Sweden wins the war, declare on a weakened Norway and take Tanias in the north. I mean, I could do that now. I could really do that now. I think we're gonna have to pull this this live stream to an end. I don't know. Oh, how long have we been doing this? What's the time? Oh, it's 6 o'clock. We've been doing it for 6 hours. Although I feel like we have to play long enough for my son to become king of all the things. Tell you what, we're gonna take a bit of a break. We're gonna take a short break. I'm going to... Well, I don't need any more whiskey, but maybe I'll get a glass of water. And we will play until Mirthless Marmot gains everything. Until he gets all the things. Actually, he'll be able to film Britannia, potentially. And yeah, finish the Nanada chain. Okay, so yeah, we'll take a short break, but we'll be back relatively soon.